Hey, I don't remember this. Interesting. Or did we see that already? And it was down, it just didn't roll down this far. I know we saw one a while ago over at the camp just down below us. Down there. And I don't see where this broke off from. There's another one up here that looks like it's in trouble. Maybe it's still anchored. We'll check it out in a second because I have some capers here. We didn't see them for a while. And a bunch of bees. Also the flowers down at the trees down at the camp are blooming, blossoming. I'll show you this one here is very yellow. Or maybe we'll wait and we go over a bit more and get another angle on it. And this does look like its place. I don't remember it being so weather beaten down here. It looks like it's there for a while. Life coming to an end. Oh, I have a little theory today came to me. I just was coming up there and I saw these little flowers that we're so familiar with on our sunrise stroll and chat. And look where they are. So when I saw these leaves, I was wondering, is that sage or a different plant? A wild sage? And so we'd know the name of those flowers. But you guys have more experience, some of you, than I have about flowers. So our readings today are also about endings, about partings. And they're very parallel in a way, very different places. Up in Miletus in Greece and in Jerusalem. Or there are very deep bonds between somebody and a whole circle of friends. And it's time to say goodbye. The time together is over. So that it's time for capers to be in bloom. Although I think it's not just this time of the year. Like for many other flowers here, they bloom a lot. This lady was up here on the path, so I waited for her. She's intimidating with those horns. So now we can see those yellow flowers better at this angle, or maybe even further over, even better. And they're filled with bees. All the myriad of riches in nature. And now advantage of a little delay for our start this morning as we see the sun disk coming over this massive dark cloud. And we look at all the grasses here as well. Their time is up. They have fulfilled this phase of their existence and produced a seed that will carry on. And these two farewells are very emotional, and they've only been for a couple of years. It's only a couple of years since Jesus was walking along the Sea of Galilee. Here we can see over to Capernaum, straight in front of us in the center of the screen on the water edge, Mount of Beatitudes. Not much point zooming in as the haze, it's really a dust. We kind of have dust storms. It's the time of the year. 50 days Hamasine in Arabic. The human ordeal of saying goodbye. We even dealt with it yesterday a little bit with the little furries when the pets have their demise after being there for a long time and attachments have grown. But the amazing thing about the two farewells that we have today in the readings, they're also in the perspective of an incredible future that's definitive. They're very conscious of a mission accomplished. And this marks very much the Christian psychology and seems to have, I would say, influenced and impacted society outside of Christianity also, this view of life, to have a mission, to be sent to do something special. To have a purpose in life. And also everything is put into it, amazingly. A total passionate investment of the person in this mission. Now all our thorny plants are in full foliage. Maybe not full foliage here yet, the leaves are small, but they're coming. The fact that the sun disk looks like that is because of all the dust. It's like a huge filter. There's another tree uprooted, broken off. How to prepare goodbyes. Not to stage a theatre, but to fulfill a mission. To live with that consciousness. And Paul knows something is going on, so he calls all the leaders from Ephesus. And we just had our introduction to Ephesus, and now we have a conclusion to Ephesus, and so much happened in between. We're just following that pattern of the readings at the moment, just to watch the build-up of the church in those early decades. And those are our readings for the Easter time, which will conclude this Sunday. And then we'll be off to other readings. There's a recap about what happened in these years. And there's a perspective of the future. A mission accomplished. And that really overrides, but doesn't eliminate, the emotional displeasure at departure. And for us Christians, there's an extraordinary, powerful awareness of definitive eternal life. And that's one of the biggest gains of the resurrection. and the celebration of the Ascension. And the word glory is used a lot. Eternal glory. In fact, the Italian greeting, which we have in English, we say, may they rest in peace. When you hear that somebody's passing, in the Italian version, it is their approach to expressing themselves is, may God have them in glory. May God have her in glory. May God have him in glory. May God have them in glory. It's a wonderful vision, a life-giving vision that doesn't dry all tears at the first moment, but certainly takes away the sting of death, the definitive sting of death. And that's one of the lines of those early decades in the hymns they had, "O death, where's your sting?" I encourage you to read these two readings today from that perspective and just take time and put them kind of parallel. And you'll be surprised how much consolation will come because of recently deceased family members or long-time deceased family members. My parents passed in 97 and 2002, my mom first and then my dad. And these are so meaningful, so life-giving relationships. And to know that that life is not over. May God have them in glory. I think we leave it like that for today. It's a lot of heavyweight stuff to ponder. But it's a heavyweight stuff also that has a lightness to it, that lifts us up, that lifts up the heaviness of this world. And it's passing and ending relationships. God bless you. See you later, alligators.